What is up, party people? We're here to present the Michigan Smash Ultimate Spring 2021 Wi-Fi PR. I hope you guys are all excited. I'm going to waste a little bit of time at the top here to give some people some more time to show up. My web camera, the last time I had it on, crashed my stream, so I'm too afraid to use it. So you just get to observe the PowerPoint presentation today. Yeah, so we had Octogirl do a bunch of art, and then I had my personal friend Danny make graphics for each one of the players. You'll have an individual image you can post, show off to your friends, brag about, add it to your Twitch stream or whatever. I don't know. But they will be very cool. I am sure everybody will be very excited about theirs. And then Goat helped me put this stuff together. He did a bunch of data researching. He said he was going to be here to do the presentation with me, but he is missing in action right now. Yeah, we're doing a PowerPoint presentation because I already spent too much money on this, and I wasn't also going to pay somebody to make a video. So you get the maximum of my abilities, alright? I suppose we can go into how the PR was done. So we had 7 panelists, which was 1 TO selected from each one of the tournaments that was being run. So obviously, I was the social distance demons, and then Bacon for Bacons, Z-Fan for the garbage can, Mighty for the Unknown Weekly, Lucian from Wayne Warrior Wednesday, Lunges from the Aura staff for Shell Shocked, the one that I should be remembering. And we had Tom do one for MSU. I offered MSU's panel, and they deferred to have Tom do it himself instead of their whole panel work on it. So yeah. That's how the panelists were decided. And basically what we did is we had everybody submit their top 20, and then, we whittled it down to 15 players. And then we averaged out everybody's placement for each player. And then after that, there was a couple that tied, so we went through and checked through their stats and broke up the tiebreakers by the TOs just giving their opinion on who should be over who. But there was only 2 or 1 tie, I think. It wasn't that big of a deal. Everybody else came out. Yeah, and some of those placements I'm a little disappointed in, but I'm not the only one that made it, so whatever. We also had a X Factor survey that got sent out. And Goat asked me to shout out everybody that did it. I'm not going to go through all your names individually, but here they are. Everybody that submitted an X Factor thing. A Goat said he sent this out to like 50 people. So if you're looking at this now and you're like, hey, how come they didn't ask me? They probably asked you. I don't know. But you missed your chance to put your name on the X Factor list and, put Quark as the 50th best player in Michigan, so that way his X Factor was like -3 or something. I feel much less special now. Sorry, Winrow. Yeah, some people should have sabotaged these and been like, yeah, actually Druish sucks. But yeah, I think that's all the stalling I'm gonna do. If you haven't shown up yet, that's your problem, I guess. We're gonna get into it. I think the next slide is going to be 15th place. Before that, I know there's probably a couple people watching, and I'm gonna break some hearts, and I'm gonna tell you the honorable mentions. Hold on. I didn't have this ready, but I just decided right now, off the cuff. No, Linus, you didn't make PR, and you already know. So there's a couple people that were right on the edge. Basically, the 14th and 15th spot were up for like 6 different players. And so a couple of honorable mentions that were right on the edge but didn't make it. We got Derek, Zephyr, Jotto, Watts, and Yoder. All unfortunately did not make the PR, but the voting for them, they were only like one, like if one person put them a position higher, any one of those guys might have been able to make the PR. So I'm sorry to break some hearts there, but you guys were very close. Yeah. Yoder, Watts, Jotto, Zephyr, and Derek. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yoder. I know you were so hyped. I know. But that's the way it breaks down. Yoder's having a breakdown in chat. I can't look at chat while we're doing the announcements. I'm out. I'm done. All right, Yoder, have a good night. Anyway, we are gonna start right now officially with the 15th on the PR. Dun dun dun. I should have gotten some lame sound effects or something. I just want my Ori image. I didn't have Ori make the images. I'm not that rich. Ori's like a professional. Anyway, number 15 is Dux. And not gonna lie, this one kinda hurts. Like, Dux is my personal homie, and I rated him higher than this. But he slid right in at the end, and as you can see by the X Factor, he got +4 for the X Factor rating, so a lot of people agree with me that he probably should have been a little higher, but Dux, you have probably faced him in bracket. He signed up for a ton of tournaments. He top-8'd a ton of tournaments, but I think what held him back was kind of like not a super great record against people that we're going to see that are above him. But he was 3-1 over David. He had a win on Anthony, 2 wins on Vlone, and he was tied with 2-2 with Broly, and 2-1 over Nestea. So he still did pretty good. In my opinion, he should have been like 11th, but you know, that's how it goes. I'm not the only one making the decisions here. So, going on to number 14, we got Spection. Spection, a common appearance in almost every bracket. I think he had the highest attendance of all the PR players with 35 official tournaments. Just grinding it out. Lots of big shell shock performances. And I think he was at every single social distance demons. Unfortunately, not really able to claim that number 1 spot. He's got a losing record against a lot of the players above him, but I think his like perseverance and kind of like, consistently getting up to that top part of the bracket every time is what made people really impressed with Spection. So, going on to the next one, Nestea. Nestea showed up, only like a month before the Wi-Fi PR started, and he started, getting some crazy upsets and stuff. Very exciting player to watch, in my opinion. He's picked off a couple of wins on Anthony, David, Vlomflex, Dufault, Thick Nick, Drewish. He got a win on Drewish at the second to last social distance demons, and put Drewish in losers, and Drewish ruined a lot of people's days. So, as you can see, a lot of high performances at Bacon's Banana Brawl, the one that he signed up for the most. Yeah, so moving on to the next player. We got X Jordinary, and the funny one about this is that Jordan, specifically during one of his streams, I wish I had the time to go find it, but he said, like, I'd be so embarrassed if I see 12th. He really wanted to be higher than this, but unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And also, Jordan got X Factor ranked 12th as well, so his X Factor is 0. People really agree that this is where he deserved to be. But Jordan is he's really good. He's got a 3-0 record over Dux, 2-0 over Thick Nick, One win over Dufault, the only time they met up. Tied with Vlomflex. And then a win over David and a win over Anthony. Jordan was in a lot of brackets early on in the season. I didn't turn off the pick lobby music thing. But yeah, and an overall impressive player, keeping up the stamina throughout the whole season. He went over on his stream. He went over his placements, and he only had like 2 or 3 where he missed top 8. He top 8'd almost every bracket he appeared in. And next we got Thick Nick. You know, I have never watched a single Thick Nick game. I've never seen this guy play a single match because he never signed up for SDD and somehow was just never on the stream when I was watching him on anything else. But Thick Nick, he has a lot of impressive stats. 2-0 over Ducks, 3-0 over Dufault, tied with Spection, tied with ST, tied with Broly. He's got a first place at Wayne Warrior Wednesdays, a couple of second places. But yeah, I don't really know what to say about him because, like I said, I never got to see him play. But he had some very good statistics this season. Moving on to number 10, Broly. Now, in my opinion, this is another person, and the X Factor sheet agrees with me. Broly is, in my opinion, slept on. Somebody, one of the TOs, not gonna say their name, had Broly rated 16th, which in my head is insanity. Absolute insanity. So anyway, Broly got 10th. He's absolutely nutty. He's been in the grind servers. He's playing friendlies with every single person that wants friendlies. They can all catch hands from Broly. As you can see, a clean sheet of first places for his top performances, including his social distance demons. He has a 6-3 record over Druish, 4-1 over David, 5-1 over Spection. Just taking wins over and over and over. So very impressed by Broly's PR season run. Number 9, we got David. David had a gigantic performance at the final social distance demons, which I think really pushed him over the edge. And some of the TOs probably have seen him blow up so many people that they were like, all right, this guy's got to get up there. He's got to be up on this upper echelon of players. David's got a win over Druish, a win over Copel. He's 1-1 with Reg. He has a win over the Bows. I guess one note that Goat put in here is that he's the highest ranking player that doesn't have a first place on their record. Interesting. Yeah, -6 on the X Factor. Nobody believes in the Lucas, apparently. But I think his gigantic performance at Social Distance Demons 47, taking out Ducks and Druish and Losers, really pushed him over the edge in a lot of people's eyes. And we're moving on to number 8, Dufault. Dufault, he asked us to do Pyramithra, but honestly, I was not going to spend any more money on these portraits. And Shulk is complex enough, but he's mostly known for his Shulk, in my opinion. I think he probably could have been ranked higher, but he went Pyramithra in a lot of brackets and sent himself to losers early or just got out of tournaments early. So I think that kind of messed with his record a little bit. But, you know, everybody makes their own decisions. He had an impressive Bacon's Banana Brawl 16 going into losers in round 2 and then just running the table after that. Yeah, so there's Dufault, 8th place. I think he could have been better, but X Factor sheet says 8th place as well, so you get what you get, I guess. He does have one win over Quark. I think this is the first person to show up on the list that has a win over Quark. If I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true. This is the lowest ranked person with a Quark win. So we are moving on to number 7. Number 7 is Vloneflex. And Vloneflex, I went through all of his top tournament runs. Vloneflex is one, he has experienced pain in his life. He has 6 Quark matchups, and he's 0-6 versus Quark in the season. Every single time he runs into Quark, bracket killer. But he takes down almost everybody else. He's got 2 wins on Copel, but a losing record. He's 3-3 with Reg. He's 1-0 over the Bows, 4-0 over David, 2-0 over Anthony, 3-0 over Spection, 4-2 over Ducks. Like, this guy wins. This guy wins a lot. I think he should have been a little higher than this, but still, Vloneflex, everybody knows his name. Everybody's seen him in bracket. Everybody's lost to him. Everybody's been hit by his forward airs. Sorry, I need to take a drink in just a sec. Okay. And I love the art for this one. This one and the next one are both like my 2 most favorite artworks that Octo Girl did. Number 6 is The Bows. The Bows was kind of hard to place because he has, when he signed up for the Unknown Weekly, for instance, he got first place every single time. But a lot of the Unknown Weekly brackets were, like, not that impressive to win. Like, the highest players there were, like, the Bows, or not the Bows. Well, obviously the Bows. But, like, Watts would be signed up, who's only 16th ranked. So it was hard to get a real good gauge of how high he should be on the list. But the few social distance demons that he was able to sign up for, he did pretty well. And so yeah, this is where he ended up. 6th place. X Factor Sheet agrees. Now we're going into the top 5, the big dogs. We got Anthony Isn't Cool. Look at that guy. Look at how huge Cloud's arm is in this piece of art. Man's been holding this Buster Sword jacked up. He is jacked. Look at that. Look at how huge those muscles are. That's Anthony. Without Anthony, Cloud is a skinny little anime boy. With Anthony, jacked. Anyway, Anthony's pretty nasty. He's gotten social distance demons first place multiple times. Huge wins over. He's 4-4 with Copel. He has, I think, the most Copel wins besides Quark. And very important, Anthony is the only player in the entire PR that has a winning record over Quark. That qualified for PR. There's other players that did not qualify for PR that have a 1-0 over him. But of qualified players, Anthony is 2-1 over Quark. Yeah, the 2D Manslayer. So, moving on to number 4, we got Reg, the Yoshi. Reg's X Factor is brutal. People think that he's absolutely carried by his Yoshi. But Reg barely qualified for a PR. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, even though me and Reg are homies, I actually voted for Reg to be lower than this, and I'm surprised that he got ranked so high. But, that's the way the cookie crumbles. He did pretty good. He has pretty consistent wins over most of the people below him. He's 2-2 with Anthony, 3-3 with Vloneflex, 1-1 with Copel. So, he's even with people that are in his area, and then he's got wins over everybody below him. Smash 4 talent. But yeah, Reg made it into the top 4. He barely qualified for PR. I think he had exactly 9 tournaments. But, out of the 9, he got 3 first places, 2 thirds. Those third places at social distance demons, I think, are behind Quark, which can be tough, Anyway, going into the top 3, Copel coming in at 3rd place. Social distance demons repeating champion over and over and over and over. if we've watched tons of Copel sets. The K Rule, he wears the crown for a reason. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about these top guys because they just win everything. You guys already know. Copel's got a winning record over everybody except for Anthony. He's got a tied record with, and then he's got a losing record to Drewish and Quark. So he wins. What else can I say? I think everybody expected Copel to appear here. I mean, you could make an argument for the next place, but Copel's a beast. Moving on to number 2. The only spot, the top spot that was up for grabs, because we all know who number 1 was before I even started the stream. But moving on to number 2, we got Drewish. Drewish, absolute beast. Everybody knows the legend. Some kid that had barely even played offline. Nobody even knew his name. Shows up online, just starts grinding, just starts clapping everybody. Drewish just beats. He just beats everyone. He's 7-0 over Spection. This man be dunking on people left and right. Drewish, you can tune into any Drewish match, and there's a high likelihood that he gets a 0 to death right at the go screen. This guy's nuts. He's got 9 tournament wins. He's just a complete beast. Very impressed by his season run. He's got a losing record to Lone Flex, but he's got 2 wins. He's got that 3-6 record against Broly, but a winning record over almost everyone else. And we all know what's coming next. What's coming last? Quark. First place. We all knew it. Even when I announced the PR, I think we all knew who was going to be first place. Congratulations to Quark. Everybody give him a round of applause. The flat man makes it to first place. First place at almost every tournament he signed up for. A total of 14 tournament wins. Only 9 losses the whole season. And 5 of them are to people that were either out of state or did not qualify for PR. What more can I say? The dude doesn't lose. He just beat everybody. Dylan? Oh, Carla didn't make enough tournaments. There was a couple people that had potential to be on the PR, but if they played more, and Carl is one of them, aka Superhero, if you guys don't know. Pocket and Augie, those people played in a couple of tournaments, but 9 was the threshold for the season, and I think Superhero purposely stopped at 8 so that way he wouldn't be on this PR. And anyway, that's the whole PR. That's all I got. I'm glad I was able to make this stream short and sweet. Here's the X Factor shortlist. Without all the numbers. I think Goat is going to post this so you can see what everybody thinks about everyone else. I think Goat is going to post this publicly somewhere with all the numbers and whatnot. But I don't control that, so that's up to him. I was on the panel and I think Demon K got robbed. Where's honorable mention? I didn't write down the honorable mentions. I just mentioned them at the top of the stream. Who do you think was misplaced the most in the X Factor list? I didn't go over the X Factor list that much. Let's go through it. Sure, let's just keep the stream going. Obviously, I think Reg should be higher than this. I think Reg should have at least been 6th. I think I voted for Reg to be 7th overall. So I think he's a little low in the power ranking, or in the X Factor. I voted for Ducks to be 11th, so I think that's actually accurate. David should probably be 12th instead of 15th. And then I don't know. I didn't look at enough of these stats for these players to know. I was mostly concerned about the top 15. I would say Derek is probably the closest to being PR level, so I would probably put him and Watts is overvalued. Watts is definitely overvalued. People are just scared of the Ganondorf. Red got robbed as Yoshi is crazy. I think Red got voted low in the X Factor list because people don't know him. The Watts slander. Is this just the list of the 15? No. Superhero, if you just tuned in, we just went through everybody. I'll do one slow transition through everybody again, so you can see. 15th, Ducks. 14th, Spection. 13th, Nesty. 12th, Extraordinary. 11th, Thick Nick. 10th, Broly. 9th, David. 8th, Dufault. 7th, Vlumflex. 6th, The Bows. 5th, Anthony Isn't Cool. 4th, Reg. 3rd, Copel. 2nd, Drewish. And 1st, Quark. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna stream. I'll post the stuff all publicly. I think it'll probably go up on the Michigan Smash Twitter, and I'll post a link for all of your guys' cards, or I'll at you guys all on Twitter so you can retweet them. How did you feel about the cards? Let me know. I spent a lot of money on them, so I hope you liked them. Explain the PT placement? What are you talking about? Oh, I don't know. I didn't make this. This was Goat made this page. I didn't do this. Dilster versus Wi-Fi PR. Wait, is this like a Daybreak? Is this like a gauntlet where it's like he has to face all of them in a best of 3, or is it like a crew battle? I could make either one happen. We can talk about it. Whatever serves him best. we can talk about that. Or he was already suggesting something like that. Which is highly unlikely. Yeah, some of these Wi-Fi guys, I don't know where they are. It'll be hard to get them together. But we might be able to make something happen, you know? If we get 5 people to show up from each side or something. Make a crew battle. Anyway, I'm going to cut the stream. I'll post the stuff so that way you guys can post your cards and whatnot. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I should be at least 19. Honestly, Derek, I think I had you at 16th on my PR. But anyway, I'm cutting the stream. I'm not just going to keep saying it. I'm cutting it now. Have fun.